Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to make some bulletproof coffee. Keto coffee, a lot of people call it as well. I've measured out some of the ingredients ahead of time, but I'll let you know exactly what all there is in those, and some substitutes for things. The basic recipe is to use 1 tablespoon MCT oil, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 12 ounces of coffee. What I'm going to do, which is one of the recommendations if you don't have MCT oil, is to use coconut oil. The average price of the MCT oil on Amazon is between $20 and $26 for a bottle, whereas the coconut oil is just a few dollars at your local grocery store. So I already have the 2 tablespoons of butter in this bowl here. I'm going to go ahead and use this Cameron's Highlander Grog flavored coffee mix. I tried it just by itself. It is pretty good, nice, flavorful. It's a light roast, and if you're really into it, it's 100% composable pods, so they got that going for them. Anyway, light roast, 12 pods in a package. I think it was like $4 or $5 at Aldi's. Okay, so the highest setting I have for my Keurig is 10 ounces, so I'm going to start with the 8 and then just put in a 4 after that. I'm going to have that going in there, and while that's going, I'm going to add the 1 tablespoon of the coconut oil. Now this is just the very basic recipe, just these 3 ingredients if you want to have just a regular bulletproof coffee. But a lot of different recipes and things that you can use for alternatives. Adding some cinnamon to the batch is really good, and a lot of people have said that the pink Himalayan salt is really good too. You get a little bit of that saltiness and the minerals, which is good for you. And also I have here some stevia packets. I've been looking into that sweetener, and it's actually really good for you. So I'm going to use that one probably whenever I do it. Oh, for as far as butter, make sure you're actually getting butter and not margarine or anything. Here, I like to use this Kerrygold. It's the Irish butter. It's imported. It's more expensive, but you know you're going to get something good. You can look on there. They have sticks. Sticks are really nice too, but their soft butter is really good. So we got this one all done. I'm going to go ahead and do 4 more ounces to go in there to make the 12. And I have it in this bowl because a lot of the recipes say to put it in a blender, that sort of thing. Not everyone has a blender, so I'm going to use like what things I would use. One of them being is just a mixer with a whisk. If you don't have that, you can just use like a regular beater. The other thing I've used before is just a fork, or put it in like a closed container and shake it really, really good. Kind of does the same sort of thing. But if you have a blender, use your blender. Alright, so this is all finally done. You can see like most of the butter is melted and that sort of thing. Now this is all done. We'll take it on over right here, I guess. Just move stuff out of the way. Now I'm just gonna do this one just on low right now, see how it goes, and then it says to go in your blender about 30 seconds, so I think the way I've done it is just fine. Alright, now you can see in there the butter floats to the top pretty quick, and when you do your blender, I think it stays more evened out, but if you put it especially like in a closed container or have like a spoon, just stir it every now and then and it should be fine. So just like this by itself, the flavor is, it's just like a pow. It's really good. Like the coconut oil that's in this one gives it like a nice sweet taste without actually having a sweet to it. If you don't like coconut, then don't use it because it has a coconut flavor. You want to go with that MCT oil. But again, you're going to have to pay about $20, $25 to get that. So I'm going to use like what they recommended with some of the pink Himalayan salt. I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit in there. This is maybe, well, it's less than a 1/4 teaspoon. I'll throw that in there. Alright. Okay, so now we have this in here. The smell is really good. Like, it has like a nice coconut smell to it. That butter is can give you lots of energy, especially for when you're doing the keto. I did this one last year when I would walk to work. I would do that, and it was fantastic. So this is the recipe that I had used. I didn't use the salt, but I did use the rest of it. Now I'm also going to put in a little bit of this cinnamon in there. Just a regular McCormick ground cinnamon. Maybe just a few shakes and something like that. Alright. Okay, so now that that's all done, I'm going to go ahead and put it in here in this coffee mug. Now this is a larger coffee mug, so the 12 ounces might not fit in there, so you gotta be careful. So as far as like what it looks like, you can see a little bit of the cinnamon floating around in there. The more with the mixing, the more that the butter is more distributed into the coffee. So if you just make it go longer, it'll be better. So I'm just gonna try it real quick and let you know. Oh man, fantastic. The cinnamon, just that amount of cinnamon that was in there, it has like a nice hint to it. If you want more cinnamon, add more. If you want more of that salty sort of flavor to it or whatever, just add a little bit more. The best thing to do is just a little bit at a time, because if you add too much, you're going to have to start all over. Also with the coconut oil, what I've done is I actually did 2 tablespoons of that last year when I was walked to work in the winter and that sort of thing. It really does bring out that nice flavor. So there you have it, Bulletproof coffee. It's pretty good stuff, guys. So remember to like, share, that sort of thing, all that stuff. Subscribe, whatever. If you want to throw me a tip, it's paypal.me/James the Cook Guy, and you can find me on Facebook too at James the Cook Guy. So thanks again, guys. Have a great day.